Whoa, 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 whoa. Before you dislike the video, I'm not talking about Sum 41's music. I'm talking about something else. I very recently found myself both discovering and enjoying Sum 41's music, and along with it, an aspect to their music that's pretty much unavoidable for both bands big and small. This aspect is the art of the music video. Sum 41's early music videos were fine in my opinion, although a bit bland. Not many of them had a very interesting premise and rather primarily focused on everybody just playing their instruments in a somewhat energetic manner. Pretty much what I consider to be a default music video. In fact, the only videos that I can really name off the top of my head that had direction as well as a somewhat interesting premise were In Too Deep with the diving competition and the Hell Song with the action figure thing that it had going on. Among all these good to mediocre videos in Sum 41's catalog though, I found a few videos that I just can't ignore. To be short, I'm not the biggest fan of these music videos and I wanted to talk about them. So let's do the thing. A Death in the Family starts out with the premise being set. There are two versions of Sum 41 strewn about in different points of time from one another, and both of them are being overseen by a mysterious masked entity who has a lot of monitors. A fellow gamer, I see. There's some bad green screening in the video, and one of the monitors has an Apple logo on it. They didn't even try to hide it with like tape or anything. The words being said in the video and the way that the band members are mouthing them is a bit off at some points, but I more attribute that to Sum 41 than I do to those editing the video. Additionally, I found it a bit strange that those shooting the music video didn't consistently get similar shots across both timelines, I guess you could say. I just personally feel like it would have fit the premise more if the shots were a bit more consistent across both timelines. They did sort of do this for the guitar solo, and seeing how well it worked there, I kinda wish that the rest of the video was shot like this. And then this happens. That was such a wet noodle of a punch, I swear to God. I don't know how that cracked the lens, supposedly. It's just so weak. He delivers two of these wet noodle punches before the end of the video. And at the end of the video, he delivers a third, even worse punch. I don't know how he did it, but he made the punch even weaker. Derek, my boy. I feel like my fetus could have delivered a better punch than that. I swear to God. Also, I like how all of the monitors go out by the lenses being broken, even though it's shown that only the one lens was broken. The song is really good, but the music video just, it doesn't live up to the song, really. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, I actually don't have much to say about this one, but the people in the video, I really hope that they know what they're doing. Two of them quit their jobs, and I know it's supposed to be like they snapped, but I really hope they know what consequences that has. I know I'm just kind of reading into it too much, but I felt like I couldn't ignore it. Other than that little nitpick though, it's a fine video, and it's an amazing song. It's one of my favorite off the album, in fact. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, if you've seen this video, then you knew it was coming up. Fake My Death starts off pretty generic with everybody on a roof of a building, playing their instruments pretty energetically, but then it very quickly turns into a hullabaloo of bad, poorly used memes. I don't think I really have to say much to convince you that this video isn't that great. Also, one of the guitarists run away from a censored Nyan cat, but it's more like a mild power walk rather than running. I'm surprised they didn't use some sort of Sanic meme in this shot instead. What is this video even trying to do? Well, I did read one comment saying that the whole video was supposed to be taken as satire, but even if that were the case, why do it like this? Even the fact that the video had a high production value made the supposed message of the video much more difficult to uncover due to how there was just so much to pick at on a surface level. Even if the lyrics of the song are eventually going to be deciphered and the meaning is uncovered, it's going to be after a while because everything on the surface just seems so dumb. There's no incentive to understand what everything is about because it just seems like it doesn't have any sort of underlying meaning in the first place. The video could have been so much better if they just toned down the production quality and used the memes or whatever in a more ironic way so that it could both actually appeal to people but also convey whatever message they wanted to deliver. They could have both saved money and had a better product, something that was servable, similar to what they did with the Hell Song. I actually liked the song, but the music video just kind of ruined it by association. Anyway, with that train wreck over, I want to move to something different. Hey, post-editing me here. So, while I was recording the original video, I was not aware that Pain for Pleasure actually had a new alter ego, Taint for Pleasure. Apparently Pain for Pleasure has, lore. I did not expect that. But they do have lore. I read up on it on the fan wiki. On the fan wiki, it says, and I quote, "Following the possible death of Pain, who was believed to have drowned in a bowl of cereal and whiskey, the band continued under the alias Taint for Pleasure, with Taint as the lead vocalist." This frontman Taint is actually Tom Thacker, who is one of the lead guitarists in the band. I just found all of this to be interesting, and it's actually relevant to what I say later in the video, so I'd say keep that in mind going forward, and with that, I'll get back to the video. Bye-bye. Look, I'm aware that this isn't a music video, but I wanted to talk about it, so sue me. Even some hardcore fans of Sum 41 may not know about this video, and honestly I don't blame you. The first part of this two-part video is sitting at less than 30,000 views, and the second part has even less, with less than 20,000. I know, big talk coming from a channel that has less than 50 views overall at current time, but seriously, these are pretty low numbers coming from a band that averages at the very least 1 million views on a real music video. Additionally, the band averages like 50,000 views on things that don't have as much directly to do with their albums. For instance, the very recent acoustic covers that Derek has been doing on the channel. I just find it a bit strange that it happened this way, but let's get on to the video itself. The fact that the Sums here have decided to bring back Pain for Pleasure at all is quite strange, seeing as though the frontman of this alter ego of the band is Steve. Steve, for those of you who don't know, was Sum 41's previous drummer, and he had left the band quite a while before this video came out. Obviously, Steve isn't here, so what are they going to do about the whole frontman situation? Well, they aren't going to try to replace him, which I find respectable, but they are going to try and put Dave in the spotlight. Sort of. You see, the thing is that Dave seems to be the one that we're supposed to direct our attention towards, but that's only because he's the only one in the video that talks for the overwhelming majority of both parts. Every single other person just sits there like an Oblivion NPC. Except Oblivion NPCs have more emotion in their faces. I just can't express how strange it is to see even the frontman of the actual band just sitting there and awake, not even making a passing comment on what he's watching, or trying to build on anything that has been said at all. At least, even though everybody has the energy of Shaggy with no Scooby snack, Dave at least tries to bring something to the table. He actually has a fair amount of good jokes in the first half, and even if the second half isn't as great, I can still appreciate that he at least puts in some effort at all, as opposed to everybody else on the screen.
What metal songs do you know that are past a minute and 30 seconds long? Metallica, minute 30. Tool, minute 30. Inagata Devida by Iron Butterfly, minute 30.
I don't have much else to really say about this video. It's strange to watch and strange to see. I don't know if I can recommend it or anything, but it definitely is interesting at the very least. Anyway, let's move on to something else different. I want to have a bit of positivity in this video, so I just want to show you my favorite scene in any music video ever. It's not specific to Sum 41, even though it is of Sum 41, but still, I just love this scene so much. I'm not going to leave in the audio of the music video in fear of getting copyright claimed, even though I don't have monetization yet, but it's just so much that I love about this clip. Now, granted, I don't love it for the reason it was probably intended, but I just can't get over it. The weird green screening, the huge amount of energy and heaviness that comes from the music, the fact that every single frame sticks to the screen, the way the background changes, the way everything moves across the screen, everything about it is just great to me. It's so strange and I love it so much. I recommend watching this music video just for this scene. It's amazing. So what have we learned from all this? I don't really know. I guess it's fun to make fun of things that are not that good. We've learned that Sum 41 has not forgotten about Pain for Pleasure, which I did not know until very recently. I guess the moral is have fun at other people's expense. Oh my god, that wasn't even scripted. I didn't even put that in the script. I'm so sorry for making that reference. Please forgive me for that. Please, please. No, but really, Sum 41, please make better music videos. Despite what you might think, people actually do enjoy things that are well made. Anybody who sees a music video will associate the music with the video. That's kind of the whole point of it. So if that's the case, you probably want to make something that's servable at the very least, but you definitely don't want to make something that's subpar. Again, going back to Fake My Own Death, the music is actually good, but the video just isn't. And because of this, every time that I hear the song, I curl up into a ball wishing that I wasn't on Earth because I'm embarrassed to share a planet with that video. So to sum everything up, see what I did there? I said the name of the band. A good music video can go a long way, and a subpar one can leave a bad taste in the mouth of everyone who's seen it. Anyway, I've been Horseradish Gallon Hat McGee, and you've been watching Disney Channel. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and watch my next video where I ate a nail because I forgot to hammer it into the wall. Okay, bye.